It's your breath in our lungs, so we pour out our praise, pour out our praise. It's your breath in our lungs, so we pour out our praise to you. Welcome back to the Learn Guitar with Derek page. My name is Derek, and it's so good to have you join me. Please hit that subscribe button. These are videos that post from time to time, and to help you learn new songs on guitar, practice your strumming, and what have you. Today we're looking at a song that has been a staple of Christian worship for many years now, called Great Are You, Lord. The writers being Jason Ingram, Leslie Jordan, and David Leonard. Of course, the group All Sons and Daughters popularized this song, and many others have covered it over the years. But just an amazing song, and sort of an intermediate level of lesson today. Not because the song is that difficult. It could almost fall into that beginner category, but the way I'm playing it is going to involve a bar chord, which we will get to a bar chord of B minor. And so I think that just kind of ups the level of what we have to learn and know and be able to play on guitar to understand that chord as we play this. And I'm capoed on the second fret. I'm actually playing D chord shapes. A D, a B minor, a G, and an A are all part of this song. When I capo on the second fret, these all then become part of the key of E. It transposes me up a full step. So we're actually in the key of E, and I find that to be a good key for a male vocal such as myself, kind of an average male key. If you want to go a little lower, you can take the capo off and go down to D. You can capo up a little bit higher to go up higher if you feel like this is too low for your voice. But a good kind of mid-range for a male vocalist is this key of E. And we're also in 6/8, so that's something a little bit different as well. Kind of takes us out of that 4/4 time signature and has us kind of lock into what is a 6/8 strumming pattern, that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're going to go into that strumming pattern first here, and then we'll kind of break down the verse and the chorus, which are very similar, and then bring up the bridge. So when we switch to a song that is in 6/8, we're kind of always feeling that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, kind of that waltz type of feel. It's completely different than 4/4. It has more of kind of a lift and fall to it. It helps us to kind of think of that when we're playing it. And for strumming, I'm just going to use the G chord here for this song. We're kind of doing a down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. And we're accenting on beats 1 and 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, 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 up, down, up, down. And that's kind of the rhythm we want to fall into for this song. Doesn't mean we necessarily hold fast to that throughout the whole song. We can kind of lighten up on some of the parts where it's like maybe an intro or the first verse even, or the first time through the bridge. As that bridge builds, we can kind of bring that way back down. But it's a good rhythm to kind of keep in mind, that down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. And that really works for 6/8 songs across the board. I don't know if I've found one yet that it doesn't work for, that you can kind of translate and use that. So let's go into the first verse. Really quick, let's go through these chords that we're playing in the verse. They're also the chords we're going to use for the chorus. We have a G, and I usually use the G2, which is kind of a full, rich sounding G chord. For our B minor, which comes up next, it is a bar chord. If everything's relative to the capo here, as these diagrams show, I'm up 2 frets from that capo with my bar. Now you can cheat and do a couple different B minors that may just ease it up if a bar chord is just kind of hard for you right now as you're learning new chords. You can drop that finger down to your 1st fret and just try to hit those main first 4 strings, starting with the D string on down. Or you can go to an even simpler version, which is just starting on the 2nd fret up to the 3rd, up to the 4th fret. These again all relative to the capo, and just hit those top 3 strings. I think it's the top. If it's the top 3 strings on that, it'll give you a kind of a simple B minor sound there. So either the full bar chord, this kind of first cheat, or this second cheat, which is a little bit simpler. And whatever's easier for your fingers to go to as you're thinking about, I'm leaving the G chord and I'm going to that B minor next. Where do I need to go so I get there? And how do my fingers then go from that chord, whatever B minor I've chosen, to go to the to the A suspended, which comes next. We're not to the D yet. So we come to an A suspended. If you know what the A chord is, an A major, it's like that. We're just kicking our pinky out, our 4th finger out, giving it that suspended feel. That's an A sus. And we want to at least get that top, not our low E, but the next string, that A string, because that's going to be part of the chord. So we're doing a G, a B minor, an A suspended. And remembering our strumming pattern, we're going, and the recorded version of the song starts with piano. There's not really a lot of guitar. It's very sparse. So if you are leading this on guitar and it's just you kind of want to keep that in mind as you're starting this, that you're just kind of just filling it out a little bit. You give life. You are love, you bring light to the darkness, you give hope, you restore every heart that is broken. Great are you. Kind of leaving it a little bit more open with our strumming. Then as we go into the chorus and the repeat of that verse, we'll start filling it out a little bit more and making sure we're kind of doing that down, down, up, down sort of strumming pattern. Let's go into the chorus. The great thing about the chorus of Great Are You Lord is it's the same chords, same strumming pattern, same everything as the verse. So if we know the verse, we can go right into the chorus and just keep strumming away on that. It goes in with the G first, to the B minor, to the A suspended, just like we've been doing. It's your breath in our lungs, so we pour out our praise, pour out our praise. It's your breath, down, up, down, up, down, 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 up, down, up, down. Pour out our praise to you only. So what I may have played there was kind of a mix between how full the chorus might be the first time versus the second time, because you're going to do verse, chorus, and then go into the bridge. But the second time through that verse and the second time through that chorus, you're going to want to have it pretty big, because we're going to let everything then drop. The bottom's going to fall out, and we're going to go into the bridge and build that back up. And that's kind of bringing in that emotion, that intensity to this song that it just plays off of. And the favorite part for me is the bridge, which we're going to talk about next, because the bridge does something really cool melodically. As the bridge starts, we go to the 1 chord. If I'm playing capoed up, but I'm playing D shapes, this is a D. Of course, I'm transposed, so it's actually an E that I'm playing, but I'm playing the 1. And the whole song, through the verse and the chorus that we've played so far, we haven't even gotten to the 1. So that's why when we get to the bridge, there's this feeling of and release, because we're finally getting to the 1, the tonic, the major key, the actual root of the key that we're playing in. We've been playing the 4 and the 5 and the 6 minor, but we've never gotten to the 1. And there's this tension underlying the whole song, which kind of builds and brings us into the bridge. And out of the chorus, after we play that little part, we end on "Great are you, Lord," we're going to go to that one. And the key to the bridge is just to start low, to start soft, to give yourself plenty of room, because that little intro sort of instrumental part in there where we go from a D to a D suspended, which is one other chord that I didn't mention, but that's just kind of throwing that sus on the D and then going up to the G. That's going to be played in a total of 4 times if we play an instrumental, and then 3 times the actual sung bridge parts. And so we want to give ourselves room, because if we start too big, then by the time we get through the last bridge, it's not going to have that build like we want it to. And so what I usually do, and I'll just play through the whole bridge here real quick, is just kind of start soft. Oh, the earth will shout your praise. Our hearts will cry, these bones will sing. Great are you, Lord. Start adding a little bit more. And all the earth will shout your praise. Our hearts will cry, these bones will sing. Great are you, Lord. We're pushing more vocally and with our guitar. And all the earth will shout your praise. Our hearts will cry, these bones will sing. Great are you, Lord. It's your breath. So I'm not going to play all the chorus, but there's kind of that little pause, that little break there. If you've got like a percussionist or a drummer with you, that's usually where they come in big, as everybody comes back into that chorus. And it's a huge moment. We love that in worship. So that is something to keep in mind, just giving yourself room to build throughout that bridge. Well, again, guys, thank you so much for watching this, and I would encourage you to subscribe to the channel. Keep checking back for long-form videos, shorts, just little tips, snippets here, hopefully helping you throughout your guitar journey to learn some new songs, some new chords, perhaps some techniques you haven't heard, or even just things like music theory, which we dabbled in a little bit here, talking about withholding the one until we get to a certain part of the song. Maybe that's something you can incorporate into your own playing and finding songs that do things like that. But either way, I hope you've been blessed, and I'll see you on the next one. Bones will sing, pray.